I love it so much. But like, there's like this one episode. I think it was episode 8. It's episode 7 and 8 of season 3. Oh my god, this dude was Aaron was just such a crybaby. He's like, oh, kill me, I deserve to die. I should have been dead. Like, dude, get your shit together. Get your fucking shit together, my G. Okay? You got a job to do. Do it. It irritates me. But I'm gonna get back into it. So, peace.
Just to show you, I'm interrupting the video real quick. Sorry about that. But just to show you, as I'm reading these stories, that I do have full-on permission from the people that I can read their threads on there, so you guys won't be like, oh, she's just taking credit for their stories. No, I asked them permission, and as you can see through the text, that I have their permission. So, and go follow them. Their Twitter will be down in the description below. Hey, it's your girl Queen TT. How you guys doing? Sorry I've been gone. You wanna know why I'm gone? To be honest, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You wanna know why? Let me back y'all up, like, 'cause... Okay, there you go. Ooh, but it's showing my neck fat. Okay, whatever. Oh, but that's getting closer. Okay. It's probably the way I have it angled. Let me just put it down a little bit. There we go. Sorry. Had to get it readjusted. But I know I've been gone. It's only been like 2 weeks, so you wasn't that far away from this like beautiful face. I know I'm looking raggedy right now. Usually I have some lipstick on, my little beanie hat that says meow, or I have on some nice makeup. Usually, sometimes. I don't really wear makeup that often. Oh, you like my nails? You like my claws? I did them myself. This is my second time doing my nails on my own. I did better than the first time, because the first time was a hot mess. Like this one, I made this one too thick. It was like freaking like round, like it's like basically like whoop, like it was like huge. But like we're not getting into that. I'm not gonna be blabbing. Okay, so I'm gonna put in a video. I'm gonna put in a clip of me ranting about why I've been gone for so long. But I was watching, basically the reason I was gone for so long is because I was watching Attack on Titans. I was catching up to that show. And if you don't know what Attack on Titans is, again, you've been living under a freaking rock. Like, you've been sleeping on Attack on Titans, because that's a good anime if you're really into anime. And you kind of like more of like fighting stuff, and you like, it's a little bit gory. It's gory, I will tell you that. It's pretty gory. But it's a really good show. I'm not going to spoil anything. Just go watch it yourself. Again, the show's called Attack on Titans. And I am going to put in a little clip ranting, basically loving and ranting at the same time. But, like, you'll find it funny. I'll put it right here. Okay, but what I'm going to be doing again is, guess what? It's spooky, scary skeletons. Okay, like my second video I made. Go check that out if you want. I know I'm driving crazy with the crazy patterns with the green and this and the black. Yeah, I know. But I'm going to be reading some story times from who? My dude. Scary Threads. I love Scary Threads so much. They're like so sweet. Like every time I like get ready to post a video like of me like reading one of their stories, I always like send them the video, and they're like, yo, that's like hilarious, like it's funny, I love it. And again, YouTube. So we have a great understanding, sweetie. I do have permission to read their stories. So don't do it. Do not try. Okay, but I already picked out which threads I'm going to be reading, so I'm not looking for it the whole time. So I have one pulled up right now. I'm gonna talk to you guys for a little bit longer. You know what? I'm not gonna keep on rambling on. I'm just gonna get into the story. This thread is called "I See Dead People," and it's not like the movies. That's right. I see dead people, and it's not like the Sixth Sense or whatever you think of it. It's terrifying. Ever since I was a baby, I would see them walking among us. I remember when I was 13 years old, I was in my room and just about to go to bed, and I felt a hand grab my arm. I was pulled out of bed and I was petrified. I laid on the floor and looked up at the man. His arms were mangled and his face was all mixed up. He was twitching and mumbling random words. I ran out of my room and woke up my parents. When they checked my room, he was gone. When I was 22, I moved into my own apartment. It was scary living alone, but I needed to get over my fears. I thought I would be able to escape them until the night of November. The night in November. I said night of. Speak English. Speak English. I was watching TV in the living room, and a woman dressed in all white came running from the kitchen. She had an 80s stay-at-home mom look, and there was a bullet hole straight through her forehead. But the scariest thing was she was holding a knife and screaming at me. The loudest, most blood-curdling scream I've ever heard. I ran backwards towards the door and out of my apartment. Girl, I will run too. You think I'm staying? I will literally be like that. I will literally be like Quavo's like little I'll be like scoot, 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 like gone. No, like I told you, if I see any ghost, hear anything a little, and I live by myself, yeet. I'm moving that day. I'll be like, the lady would be like, yes, whatever, apartment name it is. Yes, I'm telling you that I'm moving out. What seems to be the problem, ma'am? There's some ghosts up in here that y'all did not tell me about, so therefore I'm leaving. I don't care how much I have to pay to leave. I'm leaving. Bye-bye. Toodaloo. Ha-ha. Okay, but let me shut up. Let me get back into the story. Sorry. I ran down the hall, knocking on every door until I had an answer. An old man's voice answered, and I yelled at him to help me. The door creaked open, and a man burnt beyond recognition opened it. Half of his face was missing, and he started laughing maniacally. That's when I passed out and woke up in a hospital. From then on, I voluntarily checked myself into solitary confinement at an asylum. It's not that bad here. I can finally sleep, and they knock on the door sometimes, but I know not to open. Now the purpose of you knowing this is for your safety. Those bumps in the night and creaks in your floorboard mean that they are with you. And one piece of advice for you is to run. Great advice. Great advice. That's some great, beautiful advice. Okay, that's advice. Okay, let me pull up the other story. I have to... Oh, there it is. Found it. This next story is called My Friends. I remember everything from my childhood. Me and my mom were going through old photo albums from our house in Oregon. Hey, I'm in Oregon, young boy and girls. It was a great house. It was quite large and had a huge yard. It was an old farmhouse. I don't even think we had any neighbors. Middle of nowhere, like every horror story. I would always go outside and play in the tree house, but my favorite activity was exploring with my dog. But my face turned sour and I remembered he died when we lived there. I asked my mom what happened and she just said, "Oh, he ran away and we never saw him again." But then all the memories suddenly flooded back. I remember the first night I was laying in bed and I heard my name being called. I followed the noise into the basement, but it was weirdly dark. I could see everything, but there was no light source. Looking back, I don't know how I ever got the courage to go down there, but I was young and they were nice. My friends my friends are in the basement. Mostly the same people. Some would come and go, some would stare from the corners, some wouldn't wake up, and some didn't sleep. I remember they asked me if I could play with my dog. I agreed and brought him down. I don't really know what happened, but I woke up the next morning to my mom freaking out asking where he was. I never went into the basement again, no matter how loud they yelled my name. I looked back up and asked my mom, "Did you ever check the basement for my dog?" She looked at me confused. I asked her, "What? What is it?" She replied, "Honey, there was never a basement." So, where did that beautiful puppy, where did that little puppino go? Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh no, that poor dog. Okay, I'm not really mad at the girl because when you're a kid, you're very vulnerable and like you're very gullible to like strangers and you're just like so trusting of strangers. Like some kids are. Some parents like instill into their kids like, "Hey, strangers are dangerous. Do not talk to them at all." It was instilled in me. Like, I was terrified of people. Like, I would never talk to strangers. Like, even when I was little, like, I would never talk to strangers. Like, if strangers came up to me, I would just, like, immediately go run to my mom. Like, immediately run to my mom. But, like, I really don't blame her because it seemed like she was a very gullible child. And, that's kind of scary. Because, like, if she wasn't in the basement, where was she going in that house? Like, that's creepy. But, like, that's like, so creepy. Like, that freaks me out a little bit. Like, that gave me the chills. Whew. Okay, and on to our last story. I'm sorry, guys. You know what? But I've been gone for, like, 2 weeks, And you know what? Actually, when I said it in, like, the video where I said I was going to put the clip right here, I'm actually going to put it in, like, after the intro, I'm going to put the video, like, right there so you can watch it, and then I'm going to put the video of me, like, doing the yada yada, I have permission and everything from Scary Threads. Go follow Scary Threads on Twitter. They're still making threads. They're, like, doing this thing where, you decide what happens next into the story. So it's, like, a choice story and everything, which is really cool, because a lot of horror stories don't have that. Well, some do, but not a whole bunch do. If you get my drift. Okay. Pulling up the last story, okay? And this video is going to be kind of lengthy, just to warn you. Okay? This one is called Home. I've had a best friend since I was born. Her name is Carol. She's amazing. When she was 5, she got in a car accident. Both her parents died. Ever since then, she hasn't been completely normal. She seems distant and she gets the weirdest obsessions. For a while, she would obsess with this certain song. She would obsess with certain celebrities to the point where it makes her look like a stalker. Ooh. The obsessions usually change, and as of right now, she's obsessed with a location, or rather, a road. Every time we pass it, she looks out the windows. I'm not sure why, but I've never asked her. One night we were having a sleepover and she asked me if we could visit the road. There was no way I would do that with her. It's not that I didn't trust her. It's just the feeling I got when I went on that road. She pleaded and I asked her if she would shut up about it if we went, and she said yes, so I decided to go. Wrong choice. Wrong choice. We drove about 10 to 20 minutes until we got there. It was even creepier at night. We went up and down the road and she just stared out the window. I didn't know what to say, so I kept silent. I was like, I almost said, I can't even speak proper English today. I thought she was gonna say, like, I don't know what she kept on looking at. But, back to the story. If you hear noises, that's my baby. That's my boyfriend out there playing video games. I finally got the courage to speak and asked her if we could go home, and she asked me if we could drive it one more time. I obliged and we went down. Turning on our way back, she asked me to stop. I had no clue why, but I did it. Carol reached for the door handle and got out. I asked her, "Where are you going?" She responded by saying, "Thank you for taking me home." My car lights faded off until I couldn't see anything. When I turned them back on, she was gone. I was so scared I sped home and got into bed. The next night, my mom knocked on the door. She asked me to take her to the road. I told her no, but she started crying and got on her knees. She was begging me, so I decided to go. When we got to the same spot, she got out and I cried, asking her where was she going. She replied simply, "Home." A few weeks later, my dad got home from a business trip. That night, the same thing happened. I told him we couldn't go, and he got mad. He grabbed my arms and started shaking me, telling me we had to go. I cried, but he didn't care. He pleaded, and I had no choice but to take him. Rude. The same thing happened. He got out, told me he had to go home. I would never follow him. I didn't want to know what was out there. It didn't end there. Any friends I made or any girls I talked to begged me to go. They would attack me until I made them go. I lost so many friends and family. Time after time, I drove that road and I felt like I was losing my mind. I didn't know what to do or who to tell. I didn't know if I should report this to the police because I was worried they would ask me to go. I had to figure it out on my own. I drove crap, I keep on messing up. I drove to the road and got out on the same spot. I walked for a little until I reached some gates to a cemetery. I went inside and felt weirdly calm. I saw Carol's grave and then my parents and everyone I had taken here. I saw so many until I reached the final one. Written on the headstone was my name with tonight's date. I read this and it finally dawned on me. I was home. Whoa! Whoa! You like my backdrop? Is it pretty? It's just like blankets. It's just my blanket. I've already talked about that. That last story. Excuse me, I'm moving my legs because sitting in one position for a while makes your legs start hurting. But that was like really creepy. That's always like kind of spooked me. Like stories like that kind of like spooks me, where like they like have this friend or they'll live this life and then they like in the end like it plot twists and they were like actually like dead or they're about to die. Like those type of stories like freak me out. I don't know, let me know what you think. If you want to come kick it with me, you can come subscribe, just like let's chill, be a family together. I really don't have much to say. That story creeped me out. And, I had fun making this video. I had a lot of fun. Excuse my, like, super mellowness. I'm a little bit tired, but it's okay. I'm giving you guys 2 videos today. And this one is going to be my first story time. I'm, like, this is my scary stories. But this one is going to be my, like, the next video I make today is going to be story time. Like, number 1, story time. I'm still deciding on what I'm going to be talking about on the story time. I think I'm going to probably do, I don't know, the few times I met a whole bunch of weirdos and creeps, so I might do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do story time where I've encountered multiple, like, creeps and everything, and, like, what I did in the scenario. Alright, bye guys, I'm out.